Hello, everybody. Now, again, we'll look at what are all those aspects, more than um, the salary, which can be provided and which can motivate the employees. So, in this context, we will look at the benefits, perks, incentives, etc., which can be organized by the organizations. Contingent pay here, it provides an answer to the two fundamental reward management questions. What do we value? What are we prepared to pay for? Okay. So it relates basically to the financial rewards of performance, competition, competence, contribution, skill, and it can be consolidated into the base pay in the form of cash lump bonus or variable pay, etc. Right? Most of the time, the organizations can take a call on whether they want to have it as a variable pay, or a contingent pay, or a sort of a bonus, etc. Now, why do organizations get into this variable pay, and commissions, or anything of that sort? In it's basically, it serves a lot of purposes. Like, it rewards basically the better performance. There are always people who are performing slightly different, better from the others, and so we are in a position to reward them. That's one. Then we are able to attract and retain high quality people over here, because this is motivating them and enticing people who have a lot of skills and competencies with them, and it improves the organizational performance, so they are very happy over there, because they perform well, they're motivated, they perform. Organization also improves, organizational performance also improves in the process. Then we can focus on KRAs, as they are called, as key result areas and key performers in the organization, and to motivate people, to influence their behavior, and to support the cultural change which we are looking for. Okay. This is what we tried to also speak in the last session, wherein a little bit, performance related pay, competence related pay, contribution related pay, skill based pay, service related pay, right? So here we speak with reference to, in the performance related, it increases to base pay or bonus related, basing on the performance. So performance linked pay, PLP, performance related pay, these are variations which can happen in the organization. Then competence related pay increases as related to their levels of competencies. So multi-skilled people, or people who increase their knowledge levels, etc., obviously they get paid. Then contributions related, that is wherein, in terms of performance, in terms of your contribution to the organization, or there is a lot of profit, or there is a lot of cost cutting, or advantage to the organization, etc. Definitely in all these instances we can see that these people also get rewarded. Then the skill based pay, it's basically related to the acquisition of skills, enhancement of skills, multi-skilled, rare skilled, unique skilled, scarce skilled, etc. people again will get differential pay structures, right? Then of course the service related, in terms of related to services and grade structure. We spoke about this individual based pay, individual in the form of bonus, then team pay, then organization based, etc. So what is this team based pay? It provides some sort of rewards to teams or groups, carrying out similar related work that is linked to the performance of the team. And then it may be measured in terms of outputs, achievements, service delivery, standards, or a number of errors, time taken to complete. Several aspects can get into it, right? And team pay is usually based in the form of a bonus, and it is in proportion to the base rate of their pay. And they are related to this competence related or skill related, but they are not related to performance related. Okay? They are not, they cannot get included in the performance related, but in all other three they can get included in this. So the advantages are, it encourages effective team working. It helps the groups to work in a healthy manner, and it clarifies their goals, priorities. It enhances flexible working conditions within the teams, and it encourages multi-skilling, and it provides an incentive for the team collectively to improve its performance, and encourages less effective team members to improve the team standards. So the points which we have already examined are all just put in a systematic manner here. The disadvantages are also there. It's not that always it proves to be of advantage. In the disadvantages, it works in cohesive and mature teams. There are always cases where group conflicts can exist, and sometimes people may not appreciate what exactly the others may or may not appreciate what exactly is happening, etc. Then individuals may resent the fact that their own efforts are not being rewarded specifically. Sometimes individuals feel that they are left out in the group, or they are not paid enough attention in the group, and they might be demotivated in that particular process. Then peer pressures sometimes, sometimes may lead to conformity, sometimes may not lead to conformity, and there can be some sort of a disintegration also happening in the group. So it can act in a both positive and negative way. So in the formation of group itself, care needs to be taken so that these issues do not crop up in the process. Then organization-wide schemes, if you see, right, in the organization-wide bonus schemes, when they start performing, right, it can be in form of shop floor or plant level, etc., where it is, and when they have several products, for example, diversified products, then it could be that a particular product is doing well, and the organization can reward accordingly. And usually this takes the form of either gain sharing or profit sharing plans of the organization. Right. So in the gain sharing process, it's a formula based, or a factory-wide bonus plan, wherein you have some sort of calculations that are being made as to the amount of profits that are being obtained vis-a-vis the gains, the bonus that gets into it, etc. So the profit sharing is the payment to eligible employees in the form of cash or shares related, and the amount shared may be determined in published formula, and sharing differs from gain sharing in that it improves the productivity, and etc. So basically, gain sharing or profit sharing, definitely it motivates the employees so that they tend to work more, so that share values also increase in the process. That is whatever we have examined till now falls into the category of the variable pay or the contingent pay, etc. Now, as I told you in the beginning itself, that the compensation will consist of not only the base salary, the variable pay, but also the employee benefits, pensions, allowances, and the various types of incentives also, which actually get into it. Now, the employee benefits are elements of remuneration which give addition to the various forms of cash flow. Now, they're not strictly remuneration, such as sometimes they take the form of some holidays, some sabbaticals, etc. So it varies. These benefits slightly vary from organization to organization, but definitely they have a very good objective in mind to take care of the employees. These are mainly to take care of the welfare of the employees, so that some sort of a work-life balance is maintained. Employees actually enjoy their work, and they are able to balance their personal and their work life, so to say. So the objective is basically to provide an attractive and competitive remuneration package which attracts and retains high quality employees. That's one. Then it is also to see that it provides the personal needs of the employees and increases the commitment of employees to the organization. And it provides for some people a tax efficient method of remuneration also. As I told you, Okay, it takes different forms, like the personal pension schemes and the personal security in terms of illness, health, accident, life insurance coverages, etc. And then it could also be in the form of a financial assistance like loans, housing loans, different schemes of personal loans, relocation assistances, discounts on company goods or services, etc. And some personal needs like vacations, family vacations, then leave travel reimbursement, child care, then career breaks like sabbaticals, retirement counseling, then financial counseling, personal counseling, and in terms of crisis, fitness, recreational facilities, etc. In terms of recreational facilities, these are all the things which get into it actually. Other types of benefits can also be in terms of transport allowances, company cars, petrols, and subsidized meals, or sometimes clothing allowances, telephones reimbursements, mobile phones reinforcements, etc. Which all these, in some form or the other, they get into it benefits category. The pension schemes can be in the form of contributory pension scheme, and then provident fund, etc., where they usually organizations follow some rules and see to it that every employee is satisfied in that process. Apart from this, some in special cases we can also have location allowances, subsistence allowances, overtime payments, shift payments, standby call-out allowances, etc. As and however the job and the context requires, these also become operational for the employees. Apart from this, we can also talk about some sort of incentives, particularly the non-tangible base awards for the employees, which actually motivates them, and some of them could be in the form of employee recognitions, then gift certificates, then recognizing them in some special events, like they can have an company day, company foundation day, etc., where they honor and recognize some employees, or they can be given some cash rewards, or send them for some training for some very reputed training programs, and or some foreign travel, or a challenging job that can be there, etc. So the non-financial can take any of these forms, so to say. So we have examined the pay structures, then the contingent pay, then the employee benefits, then the incentives, etc. Then the strategic pay. Now, how do we manage all this? Okay, so basically you need a payroll budget, and its payroll budget is a statement of planned allocation and use of human resources to meet the objectives of the organization. There will be some sort of a matching between the present workforce database with skills on one hand, and the future requirements of the organization, and what is the cost in the form of salary which needs to be paid to each of these employees now and in future, particularly when they start moving from position to position. What will be the cost for those people, etc., of these employees, etc. So this sort of estimation needs to be done, and the rate at which they will be paid during the budget year. These sort of estimations need to be done by the HR department. And so some small calculations in the form of comparative ratio analysis, and then analyzing the attrition levels, which will definitely give us some sort of an indication whether the reward system is functioning effectively or no. And we also exercise some sort of a control over the implementation of the pay policies in general, so that at each level we will specify the guidelines, then the budgets, and then determine the procedures, and the HR will basically monitor the implementation of these pay policies and the cost against this budget, so that it doesn't go beyond the specified budget, so to say. And very important factors, communicating to the employees, because the employees also must understand that these are the reward policies, this is how the management is going to implement it, this is how, if I enhance myself, I will be eligible for the next promotion, and these are the opportunities in the form of career development, in the form of training which is being offered, so I need to make use of it, etc. This is where the sort of an awareness also needs to be created among the employees, and they should also understand as to how the promotions actually happen, and they will also have a knowledge about the pay structures, the benefit structures, and other major benefits which get into it, and the pay progression. When do I become eligible for the next pay progression? How do I become eligible? That's also an important question. And also all the various schemes like pay for performance schemes, pay for skill, competence, performance management, reward developments, initiatives, etc. So all this is this sort of communication to the employees is equally important as far as the organization is concerned. But all said and done, we will still say that certain aspects which have come out from the research does motivate the employees. Like Herzberg was very true when he said that providing challenging work assignments, giving them autonomy, and then allowing them to set their own goals, etc., definitely goes a long way in motivating the employees and rewarding them psychologically. And several other strategies can also be adapted, like having fun at work and in-charge boss roles for a day, where some employees can be given a charge to act as a head for a particular day, and allowing them to set their own goals, as I told you, and then giving them compliments openly, employee of the month awards, or providing a bigger office, physically space, and then special commendations, etc., really go a long way in motivating the employee. An organization can implement a combination of this, or some of them very specifically, according to the size of the organization, according to the priorities, according to the value system, according to the culture of the organization, as well as what the employees are actually looking for, and over and above all this, what are the market trends. Okay, keeping all this in view, every organization can set up a reward management process and have a strategy of its own, so that performance increases, employees are satisfied, and it's a win-win situation in the end. Thank you.